Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual GMT-Master II. This is the first of the green GMT hands, the super cases, the ceramic bezels. This generation 116710 Lunette Noir was a landmark in the GMT's history. And this model with the all-black bezel has a unique place in the annals of the GMT. It's a collector's favorite and a bit of a niche watch, and it's been a long time since I've featured one here. They're not common watches. 40 millimeters in diameter and 904L stainless steel. The watch is 12.2 millimeters thick and from lug tip to lug tip, 47.5 millimeters end length to end length. The total distance across the wrist is 50.7 millimeters with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll pop open the Oyster clasp, which has both a clamshell lock and a lift lock system. We throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters circumference. You get a sense of how it wears. I can recommend it for a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference. It is fairly thin. At 12.2 millimeters, this will slide underneath the cuff. It could easily be your dress watch. It's a sober color combination and reasonably low key. Taking a quick look down the barrel, you can see I've still got some clearance on each side of my wrist, so my wrist could be smaller and wear this watch well. Features a Rolex Oyster bracelet, polished centers, polished outer faces, satin shoulders. There is a little bit of taper to the bracelet, a conforming end link to give it a nice integrated look, removable links fixed by screws on both sides. You have that double locking system I mentioned. You can see that the clasp internally is both polished and media blasted. We have a beak and we have a hook, so we have one latch that locks once, then we have another latch, the clamshell. There's a little kerf so you can dig your nail in, undo the clamshell, and then you have to manually unlatch it, so it's double locked for great security. We have an easy link system. It's a tool-free quick adjust that can take in or take out 5 millimeters, the equivalent of adding or removing one sizable link. And then you can see inside the clasp, there are 3 divots drilled. So you have these little divots, and you can use your strap tool, if you wish, to change the anchoring point of the bracelet inside the clasp. So you have 3 ways: removable links, easy link, and the divots to alter the sizing of the watch. Rolex makes its own bracelets, clasps, and cases. It has its own foundry, and it makes a lot of its own alloys. 904L steel is an exclusive to Rolex, but Rolex is one of the few watch brands to use it. It's highly resistant to corrosion due to body salts and sea salts, and unlike 316 stainless steel, you have no real need to rinse the watch after exposure to seawater. We have a Triplock crown here. 3 dots means it is a Triplock crown. And although the watch is rated at 100 meters water resistance, the presence of the Submariner-style Triplock crown leads me to believe that reality is probably much more than 100. The bezel is bi-directional because it's not a diving bezel. It is a GMT bezel. And you have a ceramic insert in black to help block the blows that would otherwise scratch the watch, and each numeral and index inside the bezel is deposited platinum, so that'll never tarnish, oxidize, or discolor. Now, the way this works, if you want to read 3 time zones, you would set the green 24-hour hand to Greenwich Mean Time, and then you could set your local time, which is the 12-hour hand. You could set that to anything you like. You can jump the hours forward or back as you change time zones. The watch keeps ticking. Note that I'm able to jump the date forward and back too, depending on whether I'm traveling east or west. Hands and indices are all white gold for the same reason there's platinum in the bezel, to resist tarnish and oxidation. So what I would do is I'd set my local time with the 12-hour hand, set Greenwich Mean Time with the green 24-hour hand, and then what I would do is, as I arrive at an airport or port, I would use the GMT offset of my destination, whether it's +3, -3, either direction. I can then read the current time against that hand from the bezel at my port of destination. So as long as you set Greenwich Mean Time to the 24-hour hand, you can temporarily view 3 time zones. The dial is black lacquer, glossy and beautiful. Underneath the solid caseback, Rolex manufactured caliber 3186. Bidirectional automatic winding, 48-hour power reserve, 31 joules, 8 beats per second, COSC chronometer. It has hacking seconds. It has 12 and 24-hour dual time. It features a full balance bridge with a free-sprung index for shock tolerance, and the free-sprung balance allows for very precise adjustment, which helps the watch to earn its COSC chronometer certification. Rolex then takes the fully COSC-certified movement, cases it up, tests the completed watch to standards no worse than +2, -2 per 24 hours. That is the basis for the term superlative chronometer. Actually has a concrete meaning. It means above and beyond the COSC test. Now, that overcoil hairspring is a brigade profile made by hand, and that allows the watch to keep even time in any position with respect to gravity because an overcoil's mass is roughly centered. The hairspring is made of a blue oxidized niobium zirconium alloy that is highly anti-magnetic, so the watch is shock resistant, anti-magnetic, and water resistant. Let's take a quick look at the Lume right now. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.